Good afternoon. It has been a hot and breezy day with some hazy sunshine. That all continues overnight tonight with a low near 68 Sioux Falls, 71 Aberdeen, 73 in Pierre, and 72 in Rapid City. Tomorrow, even warmer in central and eastern Keloland with some stronger winds. 92 Sioux Falls, 96 Aberdeen, 100 in Pierre, and 94 in Rapid City with a couple chances of thunderstorms. We'll take a look at those coming up. Keloland's first at 4 starts right now.
Live from Keloland Media Group. Keloland News, first at 4.
Helping tornado victims find and preserve their precious treasures, how FEMA experts are teaching people in Iowa.
Plus, President Joe Biden is meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today. The latest on a possible ceasefire in Gaza.
And later, raising money to research a currently incurable disorder. How you could help by attending a cabaret performance. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. An 18-year-old in Rapid City is facing a list of charges following an early morning car crash. Authorities responded to a report of a vehicle rollover around 2:30 a.m. Mountain Time. When authorities arrived, there were several injured people in and around the car. An unconscious man, later found to be the driver, and 4 other passengers were taken to a nearby hospital. The 18-year-old's charges include a DUI, reckless driving, and 4 counts of vehicular battery.
A South Dakota man who worked at a residential care facility in Winter is headed to prison for rape. 38-year-old Lionel Lee Eaglehawk was sentenced to 15 years behind bars. He pled guilty in May to third-degree rape of a person incapable of giving consent. Authorities describe Eaglehawk as a direct care professional working at a facility for the developmentally delayed. The crime happened in April of 2022 in Winter.
2 former teachers in South Dakota have had their licenses permanently revoked. Larry Telkamp was a music teacher for the Britton-Hecla School District. He was accused of various suggestive sexual behaviors towards 4 students. He resigned in October. Joni Schiffner also lost her license. She was a special education teacher for the Newell School District. She pleaded guilty to identity theft in July of last year. Keloland's Bob Mercer has a closer look at the action taken against the 2 educators. That's on the Capitol News Bureau page right now.
A red flag warning is raising concerns of possible wildfires in western Keloland. Strong winds, low humidity, and hot temperatures can create ideal conditions for wildland fires to start and quickly spread. South Dakota Wildland Fire says people should avoid any outdoor burning, and if you see a fire, you should call 911 immediately.
Well, it doesn't sound like there's much relief against that fire danger right now.
It is scorching out in the western parts of South Dakota. Megan?
It really is. Rapid City even broke their high temperature record this afternoon. They were on the very warm side. Here is a look at that red flag warning posted in western South Dakota through the rest of tonight. Everybody there in pink. Very dry, very hot with those strong winds, meaning if a fire does get started, it can spread very quickly. Here's a look at Rapid City. Right now, 106 degrees. At the airport, they broke their record. The old one, 105. They hit 108 at the airport this afternoon. Right now, a southwest breeze at about 10 miles an hour. Here's a look at some of those highest temperatures since midnight. 109 in Buffalo, 107 in Phillip, 104 in Pine Ridge and in Valentine, 97 in Pierre. Eastern Keloland, a little bit on the cooler side. Those temperatures much closer to normal, like 85 in Sioux Falls and 83 in Watertown. We're dealing with a stronger south wind right now at 10 to 20 miles an hour, helping bring in that warm air. And because of those very high temperatures, there is a heat advisory in place in central and western South Dakota through tomorrow evening for those temperatures over 100 degrees. Taking a look at satellite, nothing is happening right now. There are a few clouds in Iowa and in extreme western Keloland. Nothing is coming out of those clouds. For tonight, we'll keep the stronger winds around. Those temperatures are going to be on the mild side. 68 are low Sioux Falls, 71 Aberdeen, 73 in Pierre, and 72 in Rapid City. Stronger winds continue tomorrow with partly to mostly sunny skies, and it's going to be a little bit warmer in central and eastern KELOLAND. 92 Sioux Falls, 96 in Aberdeen, 100 in Pierre, and a little bit cooler in western South Dakota. 94 in Rapid City. There is a chance of rain and thunderstorms by the afternoon and evening. We'll take a closer look at the timing of those and what to expect in just a little bit.
Thanks, Megan. Well, FEMA leaders are teaching people in Iowa how to save some of their most precious memories. Todd Bagel shows us steps people can take to salvage what they can in the wake of natural disasters.
Residents here in Greenfield are still rebuilding their homes after the tornado, but now there are some experts in town to help them recover the smaller treasures.
And you gently agitate it to try and get that debris off of the photograph.
Sarah Caruso knows how to save memories. She's part of a FEMA team in Greenfield offering advice to tornado victims who are trying to restore water-damaged personal belongings, particularly photographs.
Photographs are the #1 thing that people just really don't want to lose, and they're people's memories of their family and their life, and to some people that can be the most devastating thing if they have to lose that.
Kara Griffin heads the FEMA team that travels across the country to disaster sites. They demonstrate putting wet or dirty photos in distilled water, cleaning them with a soft, clean brush, and drying them on a flat surface with plenty of airflow. Most of the tools are available at any hardware store, and it's okay to re-wet many printed photos.
If it's a modern photograph, it's okay to re-wet those, especially if they're still wet or damp. You're not going to do any more damage to it.
They even have tips on what to do if you don't have time to immediately clean bigger items like books.
What you can actually do is wrap them in freezer paper, stick them in the freezer, and it'll buy you a little bit of time as it sits in stasis.
It's good advice for homeowners who lost nearly everything in the May tornado, people like Bob and Barbara Queck.
Well, it's memories of us, of the kids.
And if you have more questions about how to save some of your personal belongings, you can go to FEMA.gov and search for Save Family Treasures. In Greenfield, Todd Magel, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
A longtime poultry producer in Sioux Center, Iowa, received a big award from the Coalition to Support Iowa Farmers. Bruce Doima and his family were presented the Wergen Good Farm Neighbor Award by the Iowa Secretary of Ag this afternoon. The award recognizes the Doimas' 40 years of dedication to producing eggs at the highest animal care standards, as well as the family's commitment to serving the Sioux Center community. This includes Bruce's service as an EMS driver.
It's humble, it's gratitude, you know, it's nice to be noticed. It's, you know, I'm not doing it for the recognition. I'm doing it that I want to make a difference in our community.
The Doimas are the second family from Sioux County to receive the award and the 188th in the state to be honored.
Coming up after the break, a meeting between two world leaders, the latest on the conversation between President Joe Biden and the Prime Minister of Israel.